Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the East Brandywine Township Board of Supervisors Annual Organization Meeting for Thursday, January 9th, 2025, 9 a.m. Just a reminder, a recording device will be used during this meeting. We're going to start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we're going to start with the appointment of the temporary chair for the organizational meeting. I make a motion to appoint Carl Croft as the chair for the Board of Supervisors going for 2025 start date today.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I'll turn it over to Carl now to run the meeting.
Okay, thank you. Right, I just wanted to double check. So the temporary could become the permanent.
You were just appointed temporary. So now you have to ask for a motion to appoint
Well, I got
the
to
chair.
get public comments. Rules for conduct of public meetings established by Resolution 2001-08. The time allotted to each individual making a comment shall be 3 minutes unless otherwise set by the presiding officer. Additional public comment may be granted at the discretion of the presiding officer at the conclusion of the meeting. Have any public comment? All right, appointment of 2025 township officers. Motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to appoint Carl Croft as the chairman for the Board of Supervisors. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. A motion to appoint Francis Tarashi as vice chair for the Board of Supervisors. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Tom Esty of Buckley Bryan as township solicitor.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Luke Revin as township manager.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
If I may, the next one,
I have to
correct.
Right. And I'm only reading these because these are. Motion to appoint Lisa Tarashi as township secretary.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those abstaining?
I'm abstaining.
Motion to appoint Matthew Van Loo as township roadmaster.
Skip. F.
Emily.
Motion to appoint Emily Albert as township treasurer.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Matthew Van Loo as township roadmaster.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Mark Kashi as chief of police.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Kyle Scribner as supervisor liaison to the East Brandywine Township Police Department. I'll second it. Well, I can't. I made it.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And I'll abstain from that.
I'm sorry, in item J,
I'll abstain from that.
which is,
Yeah.
the authority should appoint its own.
Motion to appoint Lisa Tarashi as right-to-know officer for East Brandywine Township.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I abstain.
Motion to appoint Luke Revin as assistant right-to-know officer for East Brandywine Township. Yeah.
Authority should do that.
And the East Brandywine Municipal Authority. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Deputy Chief Jeffrey Yakonovich as right-to-know officer for the East Brandywine Township Police Department.
A second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to appoint Deputy Chief Jeff Konovich as the accreditation manager for the East Brandywine Township Police Department for matters pertaining to the Pennsylvania Law Enforcement Accreditation Program.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Benjamin Surfers as Emergency Management Coordinator.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Bob Nye as Deputy Emergency Management Coordinator.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Let me finish this list, then we're gonna do it a little different. Motion to appoint PJ Garoff as Fire Marshal.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint Arrow Consulting, Inc. as Residential Building Codes Official, Commercial Building Codes Official, and Zoning Officer with all of the enforcement and interpretation powers of the zoning officer, as provided by the municipalities planning code and the East Brandywine Township zoning ordinance as amended.
I want to have a conversation about these next three items. I'm not in.
Including Arrow?
Well, I don't know how much is overlapping. I don't believe Arrow will be overlapping with the stormwater.
Yes, Cedarville's, you know.
Okay, all right. So
Okay.
then we can proceed with Arrow.
Okay. I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion to appoint Panoni Associates as Township Engineer.
Second.
Well, okay, you second, then we'll.
I'll second that.
And then we have
I
discussion.
don't think we have overlap on that with regards to our stormwater issues.
Does that interfere with appointing them, or just,
Well, I thought we had talked with regards to Cedarville, and you know, I'm kind of jumping ahead, whether or not this is going to go out for an RFP. But I don't know that Panoni would be associated with that. They're the township engineer, so.
I would think that if we go out for an RFP, it'll all be resolved when we're preparing the RFP.
I think so.
Any overlap,
Yeah.
so it's duly noted, and
Yeah.
I agree.
I just wanted to go on the record with regards
Okay.
to.
But appointing him, I think, is kind of independent right now,
I believe so.
because the RFP can be any time.
Okay.
All right, so you have the second for Benoni.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Cedarville Engineering as Stormwater Management Engineer.
And that's the one that we're going to note that you approve it today with the understanding that we will be putting out an RFP for others to look at that portion of our services.
Do we need to amend the motion?
No, they serve at the will of the board. so
Okay.
It can be changed
Joyful,
at any time.
okay.
And we'll review that with Luke and come up with, you know, a scope.
Correct.
And discuss.
I was aware of your concern and actually agree with it.
Okay, so for the motion to
Motion,
appoint.
right,
Yeah,
Cedarville Engineering.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint Tom Esty as Planning Commission Solicitor.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Eckert Siemens, Sharin and Malat as Labor Attorney.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Robert Wise of RGA Inc. as a consultant to the Township's Historical Commission.
Is he still? Yeah, okay.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Luke Revin as Recycling Coordinator.
I'll second.
Favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint Luke Revin as Floodplain Administrator.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
You got a good set of waiters? Go out and check those floodplains?
Both W and X are capital R and recycling coordinator and capital F floodplain administrator. The first one's required by Act 101. The second one's required by our voluntary participation in the FEMA flood insurance program. Someone has to hold the title, and generally, if you look around the room and you don't know who it is, it's the manager.
I agree with that.
Mr. Chairman, unless, I presume the board has previously reviewed this agenda and the proposed appointments, so unless there's some disagreement or discussion necessary for any of the items in item Roman numeral 5A through N, you can request a motion to make appointments to the township boards, commissions, and committees as listed in agenda item 5.
Exactly what I was thinking, thank you. Is there any discussion or?
It's not that I don't want to hear your voice, but
No, I'm getting hoarse already. Are there any discussions or
No.
concerns? I'd like to have a motion to make the appointments to the Township Boards, Commission, and Committees as outlined in Roman numeral 5A through N.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, supervisor liaisons to Township Boards, Commissions, and Committees. Right, Roman numeral 6. I would like to make a motion on Roman numeral 6A through H to appoint the supervisors as the various liaisons. Any concerns or changes, or want to switch committees, or
No, I'll second.
all those in favor? Aye.
item 7 I would do separately.
Okay, a motion to appoint BBD LLC as Township Appointed Auditor.
I'll second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
B, motion to set managers, treasurers, and tax collectors bond at $1,500,000.
Second?
I have a brief discussion. When was the last time we changed that amount?
5 years, approximately.
Yeah, that might be a little paltry.
Well, there is a standard. The code says that the bond shall be set at an amount that those officers could reasonably be expect to abscond with. We've relied on the determination of BBD for a dollar amount historically. I can ask the question and say, in light of inflation, do you want to revisit that number?
I would like you to do that because we have several accounts that exceed that in the bank, in one account.
That is certainly true. If the standard for, this is a disturbing conversation to have, but if the standard is, what is the bank balance that on any one moment an officer could wholly withdraw and abscond with, yes, it's more than 1.5.
We probably have 5 or 6
But
accounts.
I don't know that that's a reasonable interpretation of how fraud typically occurs. An employee takes the entire balance and gets on a plane.
Can happen.
Yes.
All right,
I would recommend that you set it today at that amount, and after further review,
All right.
you might want to change it.
Yeah.
any other discussion?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
That covers, we're up to Roman numeral 8, intermunicipal agreements.
No, you missed C and D. C, D,
Oh,
E,
you
F,
want to
G,
do
H.
these individually? Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot. Roman numeral 7B, motion, C. Motion to name Fulton Bank as depository for the general fund, open space reservation fund, traffic impact fund, state liquid fuels fund, capital projects fund, fire services fund, solid waste fund, and escrow fund.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
D, motion to appoint Keystone Collections Group as the collector of the earned income tax for 2025, including all delinquent earned income taxes from previous years.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
E, motion to appoint Keystone Collections Group as the collector of the local services tax for 2025, including all delinquent earned taxes from previous years.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Keystone Collections Group as the collector of the open space income tax and to continue the tax at 0.125% for 2025.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to continue the 1% real estate transfer tax for 2025.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint the Board of Supervisors as the local tax appeals board pursuant to Pennsylvania Act 50 of 1998.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to appoint Carl Croft as voting representative and Luke Revan as alternative voting representative to the Chester Tax Collection Committee.
I'll second.
I have to abstain?
No.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Roman numeral 8, intermunicipal agreements for regional services and staff associations. Items A through E. Motion, I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen. Other business. Resolution 1 of 2025, designation of emergency services provider. Mr. Revan.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. In your packet is Resolution 1 of 2025. There is no change except for the years on this resolution. We adopt this each reorg meeting since I've been here. Just a quick summary, it designates the East Brandywine Fire Company as the provider for fire services throughout the entire township. It designates Minquist Fire Company ambulance for ALS and BLS service throughout the community. It reiterates that the township's emergency management coordinator is Ben Surface and that Bob Nye is the deputy emergency management coordinator. And that's it. So at this time, I'd respectfully ask the board to adopt Resolution 1 of 2025.
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 1 of 2025.
I'll second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
And Mr. Revan, resolution number 2.
Thank you. Resolution 2 of 2025 has to do with the appointment of Lisa Conklin to the Zoning Hearing Board. Unlike our other committees and commissions, appointments to the Zoning Hearing Board require resolution. This time, I'd respectfully ask the board to appoint Lisa Conklin to the Zoning Hearing Board.
I'll make the motion to appoint Lisa Conklin to the Zoning Hearing Board.
I will second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
And approval of compensation for non-police personnel. Mr. Revan.
Yes, thank you. At your regular meeting on December 19th, the Board of Supervisors adopted an annual budget as required by the Second-Class Township Code. However, due to having only 2 members present and the necessity to abstain from certain compensation line items, for clarity, I am proposing, and in your packet there's a memo to this effect, that the board approve all of the non-police civilian hourly rates as indicated in the memo dated January 9th, 2024. So at this time, I would just respectfully ask for a motion to authorize the manager to process payroll with the hourly rates shown.
I'll make said motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Public comment on non-agenda items. Do we have any public comment?
Can I,
Yes, sir.
I apologize. I just wanted, I'm sure the board knows, but I thought maybe it would be nice to make a public comment that earlier this week, one of our former supervisors, Arnie Kring, passed away. And I know he was a huge supporter of the township and a huge supporter of the police department. And I thought it, would be nice just to make a public comment to the family that we pass on our sincere condolences to the family. And, I believe his funeral arrangements are on Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
So, just, Rep. Arnie and, thank you for everything you did for the township.
Should we do that in the form of a motion?
I think a comment's fine.
Okay. I'd like to make a comment on Arnie's passing.
If I may, Mr. Kring was on the board when I began my career in Pennsylvania 10 and a half years ago. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to have worked with him. I appreciated his levity that he brought to our meetings, and a very positive attitude, and it's just been nothing but welcoming to me, and he will be missed.
Second that.
Yep, I've known Ernie and his family for over 40 years. My father-in-law was the one who actually hired him as the teacher in Coatesville back in the 70s.
If I may, I've known Arnie for many years as a member of Hopewell Church, and he was a great community leader, but I think of most as a faithful servant of God.
And Penn State. And Penn State.
Yeah. He's up there cheering now, or tonight.
Thank you, Chief, for bringing that up.
Yeah, any other comments? Under notices, there will be an executive session following the meeting to discuss real estate matters. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.